Kyrie thing, it's so heavy today. But the Kyrie thing's interesting. Did you hear about the Kyrie thing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What a surprise. Kyrie doesn't want to play basketball. Hey, you know what this is? This is Kyrie trying to be woke to fuck more white girls. I know this guy. I see through his hustle. I see through you, Kyrie.
You don't think it's real? You don't think it's legit?
What a stupid fucking argument.
Go. Make your argument.
Oh, we can't affect social change if we play. You know who wants to play? LeBron James. You know who's done a lot more for social change than you? LeBron James.
Great argument.
LeBron is always on the front line speaking whenever he got to speak. Kyrie talking about fucking 3 eyes the whole past year. Not playing, complaining about not being the fucking alpha like he wants to be. Where were you on social issues this whole time?
Great point.
Now your solution is to stay silent and do nothing, and that's how you affect social change.
Great point. I think that's a great point. I actually feel...
Isn't it funny how we switch on the Chappelle position and this position?
Yeah.
You're like, Chappelle just gonna let the streets talk? And I'm like, yeah. And then I'm like, Kyrie just gonna let the streets talk? And you're like, yeah.
And I think we actually both agree, which is like my issue is that Chappelle was like, yo, I'm gonna let the streets talk. And then he put out the special where he's talking. Mm-hmm. But, and I'm sure you probably feel a similar way with Kyrie, right? So here's my thinking about it. As much as I want fucking basketball, dog, as much as I want a sport, right? We're in a very unique time in history where there can be a singular focus about one cause. The entire world is concerned about Black lives, right? And regardless if you want to accept this or not, a major part of that is there's not a lot else going on. I know that sounds like a fucked up thing. Does that sound fucked up to say?
No, that's a valid point.
No,
it's a valid point.
There's not a lot going on. So when there's not a lot going on, you can focus on something. When you don't, listen, there are so many people. I know so many white people who are like, listen, I don't want anything bad to happen to Black people. I want them to have equality. Yo, there's a march. I got to take my kids to soccer practice, man. Like, I want to be there, but I got to take my wife, I promise. There's so many other things that you were going to do because we all have lives, dog. We all have fucking lives. And right now, there's nothing else to do. The one activity you're allowed to do, even the fucking CDC, as bullshit as they are, we're like, yo, you can do this. You can go outside. You can march. You can protest. There's a singular focus on this issue. The second other things start opening, right?
Yo, to your point, Tiger King was enough to distract us from racism.
Tiger King. The second these other things start opening, you're going to give us a thing to be distracted about. Especially you're going to open almost right into the playoffs.
Yeah.
So now, are we going to watch LeBron play the fucking Celtics in the finals, or are we going to go to this protest? What are we going to do? So do I think Kyrie's actions have, for the most of his career, publicly been selfish? Just publicly. I can't say what he does with his private life. Publicly, have they been selfish?
Yes.
Yes. So it's really hard to hear this from Kyrie and not assume selfishness, which I think is what you're doing. And I think it's 100% right.
That's the leeway I'll give Chappelle. You got leeway with me. You've earned credibility. Kyrie has not.
Where it hasn't, right? But the thing that flipped me was not Kyrie. It was Lou Williams.
Okay.
And I believe Lou, because that's a real motherfucker.
Lou is the guy. There's a story that in Philly, somebody was going to carjack Lou Williams and then recognized it was Lou, and Lou did so much in the community, that he was like, nah, man, you're good.
And you know what he did? He said, I'm going to take you to get some McDonald's, bro. Because the guy just wanted food to eat.
Incredible.
So it's like, Lou was like, we have the ability to focus on this right now.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Now, the NBA said I think they're going to give $500 million if they start the season to the cause.
Yeah.
Right now, I actually think what is more valuable than money is attention. Yeah. So I really believe, and I've told this to my friends in the fucking league, and I'm like, yo, honestly, the best thing for y'all all to do is cancel this season and put all the focus on this. But before you cancel it, make sure there are specific demands that you want met. I think if they ask for a specific thing, I don't care what the fuck it is. You can end chokeholds, body cameras. It could be reallocate the police, but a specific thing. Who owns these teams, Akaash?
Billionaires.
When billionaires get affected by things, shit starts to change.
That's true, dog. We talked about this last week. Economic sanction is the only peaceful way to make any change.
Because that economic sanction is violent.
Yeah.
We were talking about this. We're going to do this on a piece. In a society that values money over human life, and keep in mind, George Floyd was killed over a fake $20 bill. So that's money. They were willing to kill this motherfucker over a fake $20 bill. In a society that values money over human life, people do not understand acts of violence towards humans as much as they understand acts of violence towards money.
Yeah.
That's why rioting was effective, because it's coming for the money. Yeah. And when you cancel the season, you come for the billionaires' pockets, the most powerful, influential people. You get that shit. All of a sudden, they get wind of that, and they're going to go, I'm going to lose how many $100 million this year? What? Nah.
That's a good point.
I'm calling up my governor. I'm calling up my senator. I'm calling up the police chief. You activate those motherfuckers, you're going to get some real change. And the only way you do that is you come for their fucking pockets. And the only way you do that is you cancel the season. Or you say, we're not starting the season until we get this specific demand met. And don't have to be the end all be all. It has to be something. Use your leverage while you got it.
That's a good point.
That's what I'll say. It's very rare I agree with Kyrie on anything.
That's a good point. No, you got me. Flip me.
Make sense, Al?
Yeah, and I agree with you 100%.
Mark,
I hope they hold out, but they can't. It's been decided already, right?
So that's the thing. That's the thing about LeBron. I don't think LeBron wants to hold out. And
LeBron wants his legacy. He wants his ring.
He wants his ring.
He's getting old. He's got a good shot this year.
And this is an interesting time where it's like LeBron has done so many amazing things. This is where someone like, what's the fat black dude that's a sellout? What's his name? Whitlock. This is where you criticize LeBron. Not when he's fucking opening schools. Not when he's doing this amazing stuff for the community. You criticize him where it's like, we didn't hear you talk about anything with China because you didn't want to fuck up the bag, which is reasonable because you can do so much with the bag. You've been so generous with your bag. And now there's a situation where there is an argument to be made that the best thing to do is use your political leverage right now with the NBA and with these billionaires to actually make change and not start the league so they can pad their pockets with what little time they got left. Yep. That's where some might say, yo, that's where your voice should go.
If LeBron sat out the playoffs, that would put him in another echelon of athlete too. That puts him in the Muhammad Ali category.
That's Ali.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the only other guy in that category that's that great and was willing to sit out for something he believed in.
And who needs the money less? Who needs it? Like if Lou Williams is willing to go, I don't need my check this year, fam.
Yeah.
No, but it's not. I don't think it's the money. It's his body.
LeBron is doing it for because he's older and he wants a ring.
Oh no, 100%, 100%. I understand that, but like he can't admit that.
Yeah.
Right. Like he can't go. I only got 2 more good years left. Yeah. He gotta say, no, we can use this money and help the communities, and he might really believe that. And there's an argument for that. Please poke holes if you see.
No, I'm just wondering, is it possible that the players don't have as much leverage as we think? Like, is it possible that they're contractually obligated? Like, if they sit out,
well, David Stern has also, Adam Silver's also said, like,
anybody who wants to sit out is fine to sit out.
If you're not in breach of contract, sit out.
He's been the most supportive. Like, I know that, look, say what you want about Adam Silver, he's a pushover, this, that, the other. You cannot, as a player, you cannot think that this guy doesn't have your back, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he has been so fucking supportive for this. Like, even throughout this whole process, the fact that he's like, I recognize if we restart this league, we are being selfish here. We need to make a massive contribution to Black lives to show that we can be selfish, but also try to push forward the agenda that you're doing.
Yeah.
So why doesn't he just stop the season?
Because he's got to answer to the...
He does a good job of... Because the commissioner works for the owners. That's what people always say about Goodell. You guys misunderstand. Goodell doesn't work for the players. He works for the owners.
Yeah.
Silver does a good job of working for the players and still keeping the players... Working for the owners and still keeping the players' interest in mind. So he will work for the owners. Hey, let's do the season. We'll make a lot of money. Players, if you're not in breach of contract and you need to sit out, you feel like you want to sit out, go ahead. And if LeBron sat out, just LeBron, the season might not happen, and that would be massive.
Patrick Beverley said that shit. He's like...
If LeBron want to play, we play. And I clowned him for that. I was like, of course, if LeBron want to play, we play. That's how this shit works. If Schulz wants to change the time of the podcast, that's what the fuck we're going to do. If Charlamagne wants to change it on him, that's what the fuck he's going to do.
100%.
That's the world.
That's
but
what we do. Yeah.
That's a good point that if LeBron says we're going to sit, shit could change.
And I think it's... And don't sit without getting something out of sitting.
Yes.
You know, it's like you go, listen, we are not playing unless, fuck this bubble shit in Orlando. Fuck the COVID this and the Corona that and got to swab everybody every day. Fuck all that. Don't sit unless a demand is met. What is a specific demand that you can actually change? Make it.